Good morning. Good morning. This is Marvette Critney from Brag Differently, aka the Melanin Goddess. And I wanted to do a super quick video and show you how you can use Canva to create a quick landing page that you can use on your Instagram. So you guys know when you go on Instagram, you always see people that say link in bios, link in bio. Right. So it's because Instagram does not allow you to put links within the content of what you're posting on Instagram. So you always see people say link in bio. Well, you can only link to one specific thing. So if you're linking to your website, then, something would have to pop up to let people know, hey, this is where you're on the website, but this is actually where you want to go. And a lot of times what I see on Instagram is that people will say link in bio, but if I'm reading an old Instagram post and it's not today's Instagram post, then when I click on your link in the bio, it may not take me to the information that I was looking for because maybe you posted that several weeks ago. So this should resolve that issue. So if some of you guys have Linktree, this is basically creating a more customized version of a Linktree where you're linking to a ton of different things. So let's go ahead and get started. I've already created one that I've done for my real estate business. So we're going to use that particular template, but I'm going to back out of it to then show you exactly what you need to do in order to get to that point. So if you were just getting started and you had logged into Canva, so clearly you need to have a Canva account. You can get a free Canva account. I highly recommend that you upgrade and get the professional version. It has a lot more features and you will not be disappointed. Canva is truly designed so that if you are a novice and you know nothing about graphic design, you will be able to utilize Canva to get from point A to point B and to the finish line. So if we were starting completely from scratch, we would go in and hit create a design and we would look for the mobile ready mobile first website, which is 1080 by 1920 pixels. But we don't need to start from scratch. So I'm going to use the one that I have already created, which I called Instagram Mobile. So let's go to that page and then I will show you how we got to this page. So we're kind of going to start at the end and go backwards to the beginning. So this is a simple little landing page that I've created for my Instagram real estate page so that when I tell people link in bios, it takes them to a link that then has this little page on it. And they can click on the link that would take them directly to become a homeowner, sell your home, down payment assistance, bespoke concierge services, or contact me. And all of this was done real simple in Canva. I promise you guys, it's not hard or complicated. It's really not. So let's do this. So you guys see the end result. All of these are connected. You basically tell it where this page actually exists. So when someone then clicks on it, it's going to take them directly to that page. In some cases, it takes them to a page that will subsequently be on my website. But like this particular one, down payment assistance, this is linked directly to a separate website where they can input their information to obtain information on down payment assistance. So you decide where you want these links to be. But let's go in and add a page so that we can start from scratch. So let's just pretend like this was a blank page, page one to begin with, and you guys didn't see all of this up here, okay? So we're on page two. When you come in, it's going to show you all these different templates that you can use. And you can either, again, start completely from scratch where you're pulling over all of your own information, or you could use a template and simply modify the template. So I'm going to end up showing you how to do it both ways. So let's use this one. And as you can see, because this particular mobile website is truly designed that you could go into Canva and basically create your own little mobile website. You really could do a whole entire website in Canva, but we're just going to use one page, and let's use the main page. We'll just start with that. All right, so we want to go in and, let's say that you're selling something this weekend, and you're doing an open house and you want to showcase your open house. So you would click on there, find the picture that you want to use. And of course, there are photos that are already in Canva that you could definitely go in and use. However, you can also upload your own photos. And of course, for us that are real estate agents, you may very well want to go in and take some of your own pictures and utilize your own pictures. I know I have some townhouses in here, so let's see. Well, let's just use this one. But you've already clicked on this, so this is the picture we're working on. You just take this and grab it. You see how it automatically went into that box that was there? And that has to do with putting in what's called a grid, so that you can use a grid. And I'm going to show you that really, really quick. So let's delete that altogether. And let's go over here to elements. And I'll just search for grid. And here are all the different grids, right? So you just click on that one and voila, you now have a grid. But we don't want the grid to be that big. We want the grid. So as you can see, I'm clicking on the lines and resizing the grid. And we want the grid to be right there. So now we have a grid. If you wanted to use this grid, you could use this, you could use another grid. So let's delete that real quick. And because maybe you have two pictures and you want to do something completely different. So now you have two grids, right? So if you went back into photos and say, grabbed and drug this into the grid, voila, drug him into the grid, voila. So you see how easy that was? Super easy. Don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it, okay? But we're going to delete both of them because we don't want them. Let's go back to the elements and just put in a regular grid. And let's resize it real quick. And again, guys, this video is not designed to show you how to use Canva. I just want to show you how you can quickly go in and create this template. Going to go to uploads. Let's drag this bed back in here and voila. Now we have that bed. Here are some effects over here. So you can do different things. If you wanted it to be grayscale on the filter, let's say you wanted it to be street. Let's use street. You can go in here and on the template, this is automatically grouped together, but you may not want it grouped. So let's just ungroup it. And in my case, let's actually delete this all together and go back up to, see if we can't just pull in a logo real quick. And all I did was, this was already saved as a transparent PNG, so I just drug it over to my workspace. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Okay, so there you go. And then let's say that we want to link to contacts. So let's go in here and find underneath of elements. We don't want the grids. We want all of the elements to come up. And what it's going to do is show you stuff that you've recently used. So I just want a shape. I want a shape. So I'm going to click on this shape, pull it over. We're going to resize it. And I'm going to click on this little button up here to duplicate it because I want to have a couple of these, right? Drag this up here and get it out of my way for a second. So now we have these 3 boxes that we're going to use for contact. And keep in mind that, of course, you can, click and drag to capture all of these and then click on position and tell it you want to, we want to center all of it. Center. And now it aligned everything. So now what we want to do is go in here to text and find, I always just add a heading. Here is where all of your fonts and things are, and you can definitely upload, custom fonts as well. Make sure that you have the right to use them. And let's just say that this is, contact me. And if you wanted to change the font, let's see, hashtag regular. I like this particular font. I just think it's sexy. So we could go in and change that to contact me. Again, now all I'm going to do is duplicate. Just makes it easier. And again, guys, I'm not showing you all the ins and outs of how Canva works. I just want to show you how quickly and easy you can create this simple landing page. So let's just say that you were selling a, first-time home buyer. And maybe you want to say you got contact me, first-time home buyer. And maybe you have a home buying. A home buying checklist. And again, you want to, you definitely want to play around with the fonts, Figure out which font works best for you. But again, this is for example purposes. So we're going to use that one. We're going to use that one. And again, you can definitely go through and make sure that these are all centered and aligned. I'm not going to do all of that here, but you could definitely do all of that so that you can make sure, again, that it's centered. So here's let's delete this. I just left this the same, but as you can see, there's so many different little things that you can do within Canva. So they have done, as a side note, when I say they have done some massive upgrades to Canva and Canva is not playing, you do not need to have a degree in graphic designs to know how to utilize Canva, okay? So take my word for that. Canva is your friend. Canva is your friend. So let's say that this is exactly what you want to have on your Instagram page. And you want people to be able to contact me, first time home buyer, home buying checklist, right? So now you go in and let's just group those two together. Let's group and what I'm grouping together is the text and the pink image, the pink tab behind it. We're going to group that. And then let's group that one. And because this is a template for Instagram mobile, it already knows. So now that you have done this and you've grouped them, you want to tell it, what do you want it to link to? What do you want it to link to? Me personally, all of my links that I'm using on this particular template, with the exception, no, all of my links, I actually created a bit.ly link because I want to be able to track the numbers. I want to be able to track the numbers and see, how many people clicked on this particular link. And bit.ly definitely helps you to be able to do that. So I would actually go into bit.ly and create a link for my contact page on my website, but I would create a link in bit.ly. So again, I would use the bit.ly link in here so that I could, in fact, track everything. But for this example, we're just going to go in and let's say that my contact me page is, opulence re.co/contact me or contact and hit apply. Excuse me. Same thing. First time home buyer. If it's a page that is on my website, then, again, I can link directly to the website page. I can link to bit.ly. Maybe I have a whole other landing page where I'm selling products and, I want them to be directed to a page that takes them to my home buying 101 guide that I've written. So I could link them directly to that page as well. But we'll just use opulence re.co/ let's just say it was first time home buyer and hit apply. Same thing with the home buying checklist. Let's just link it. And these links actually don't exist. So don't try and go on my website and go to these links and then you're somewhere like, well, because my website is not, I'm in the process of redoing that website. So don't go there because my template is still up. Okay. Let's just say it was opulence re.co/checklist. And you would hit apply. Now, as you can see, it put lines underneath of here. All you need to do is go up here, click the underline so that it can remove the underline. Same thing. So that's what that is. So because it's a hyperlink, it's underlining it, and we don't need that. Unless you like it like that, you could always leave it there, but I take mine's off. So again, if this was what you wanted to create, voila, it's done. This is what you get. So mine that I did, as you guys can see, is a little bit different. But no, again, all I did was pull in some graphics. These are my brand colors. I pulled in my logo, my signature, and voila, you have this page, and it is mobile ready as well. So you see how quick and simple that was? And then you go up here and you just simply tell it to publish as a website. That's it. Literally, that is it. So if we wanted to publish this as a website, you can tell it what style presentation you want it to be. So if you had more than one page, then again, it would, you could do a presentation, you can do classic navigation. I'm going to select standard because it really is a single page for the most part. But you can take a look and see which one works best for you. Which one works best for you? It's loading. Oh, are you really frigging kidding me? How about it just told me there's an issue on our end and it went offline, and it just told me, okay, really, Canva, you want to do this while I'm in the middle of my video that I've actually gotten through and didn't have to start over? Well, that sucks, guys. So that's also important why it's very, very good to always save your work. Like every time you get through a process or you've, created a portion and you're good with that, hit the save button, which I did not do. So sometimes I know as I've gone through, Canva will save stuff as well, but I always usually go back through and hit the save button. So let's see if I can still make this work. Let me see. It did. I think it still worked. So I hope that you guys are still able to see this page that has now popped up. And basically, now keep in mind that I also had my page up there as well, and that is why it is showing you both pages. But in your case, you would only have one page, and this would be the page that you're showing. And this is then the link that you would actually have up here. And this is the link that you would put in your bio. So again, guys, super quick. I know this is kind of a basic, quick, overview, but again, you could then use this link, and I would take this link and put it in Bitly and convert it over. So I would then use my Bitly link to put in my bio link on Instagram. So when people then click on that link, this is the page that they would get taken to. And again, I only did a couple of links, but as you can see, you can pretty much put in as many links and things as you want. Nothing against Linktree other than it's just not graphic, it's not appeasing. It's just not pretty to look at. And I see people with hundreds of links. But again, if you're running a campaign or you have very specific stuff that you want to direct your clients to, then Canva is a really, really good solution. It's a good solution. So, just keep in mind, don't overthink the process. They already have templates in here. Again, you can always use one of the templates and simply modify it, or you can go in and, start from scratch. I always recommend use a template and modify it. Just use a template. By the time you're done with that template, it's not going to look anything like probably what you started out with. Even this originally was a template. Something popped up and it had these circles, and I was like, oh, you know what? And I was able to cut out. Oh, Canva does an excellent job in cutting out the background on your pictures. Let me see if I can show you that real quick before we close out this quick, easy video. So let me see. Let me see if I go to, or you know what? I'm not going to show that in this video. We are going to stick to what we were working on so that this video doesn't end up being, a million minutes. And I'll do a completely different video. Now I got to find my stop button because I don't see it anymore. Oh, sorry guys. Let's get out of there. Oh, here it is. It popped back up. Okay. So I hope that helped somebody. Hopefully it helped somebody. If you guys have questions, by all means, feel free to inbox me. I'll try to respond. I get a lot of messages. So I would also tell you just, there's tons of videos and stuff online. So you don't have to go out here and pay an arm and a leg to get a lot of this stuff done. You can definitely work through Canva and take it to another level and use Canva. Now, if you get stuck and you just decide I need to pay somebody to do all of that's a whole different ball game. But in the interim, I would tell you to definitely check out Canva and see what you can and cannot do in it, because I promise you there are so many great things that you can do in Canva. You will truly, truly be amazed. So I hope I was of help and of service, because I try to always be of service. And make sure you guys tune in to all of my future videos. So I'm going to try and do some stuff on a regular basis to definitely help you guys navigate this wonderful world of marketing. Thanks, guys.